everybody. We are here. Got all our friends together. We're going to hang out. We're going to chat. We're going to discuss different platforms. And I'm going to let them introduce myself. But first, I'm Tracy, Uniquely Me on YouTube. And my Poshmark closet is at uniquely_me. So you can find me there on Poshmark. Duane?
Hello, I'm Duane Hale, Mothership Products, and I can't remember what my Poshmark closet is. I have to go look and see what it is. I forgot. I think it's at Mothership PR, but I can't remember. That should tell you how well I'm doing on it.
Hey, that sounds really nice, Duane.
Encouraging.
Right. Tanya, you want to go next?
Hey everybody, I am Tanya, Thrifty Treasures here on YouTube, and my Poshmark closet is at Tana Sheets. Lauren?
I'm Lauren, Hot Chic Thrift on Instagram and YouTube, and my Poshmark closet is Hot Chic Luxury, and I also have it linked in my YouTube profile if you are subbed to me on YouTube.
Awesome.
Cool.
Well, looks like you're already.
It's been a long time. What, Duane?
I said, it looks like you're already getting some UK love. Ooh, Laura and Tanya are two beautiful ladies. Andrew.
I'll just go ahead and apologize. I'll go ahead and apologize to you two lovely ladies there on the bottom. Andrew is a handful, but he's good people. He's good people.
Well, thank you, Andrew.
So we'll just let it slide this time, Andrew. And thanks guys for everyone for coming in, because we haven't done this since, what was it, Tanya, the last time we did a Poshmark show?
May.
Like May.
Yes.
We've been busy.
We're really on top of it. So we do, all four of us here actually do online reselling as a part-time business. So that's something we do have in common, and we all do it a little different. But we've kind of expanded the name of Poshmark Talk. Do you want to explain that, Tanya? Possibly, since you started all of this Poshmark. I don't mind, but it is your baby.
No,
Do you want to?
I just thought it would be fun to also start including eBay as well. It's really, as resellers, it's really the main place where a lot of us sell our items. So I just thought it would kind of be more interesting if we included that platform as well. So, and another thing I wanted to talk about real quick is just the amount of users. Like I wrote it down because I wanted to share with you guys. So Poshmark, guess how many users Poshmark has? What do you guys think the number is?
10 million.
I wouldn't even know.
Okay, Poshmark, it's 50 million users. Now compared to eBay, how many users do you think eBay has as of the second quarter of 2019?
I thought I heard 8, but I'm wrong. I don't know.
180 million users.
I'm like 8. It feels like 8 this week. I don't know.
Well, there's also the big differences that eBay is international and Poshmark is still just
right
basically here and expanding. But
that's true.
Yeah. And actually, we've got quite a few UK users here. They don't even know what Poshmark is. So basically, real quick, I'll let them know because they don't have it. They will be getting it, I feel like. And I think Lauren probably knows a little more about if they're going to be expanding like that. But it started out selling clothing from your closet. It has now expanded into home goods. And heck, I listed cutlery yesterday. They are expanding. So it is going to be a great market, I think, if I can learn the social aspect of it ever. Right?
Yeah, definitely.
I actually will say I made a point in the last 2 weeks. I've shared my entire closet, which is like 800-ish active items. I want to say 15 times a day.
Wow, Lauren.
Every hour that I was awake, I shared my entire closet because really, if you do it on a desktop, you can fly through it. It takes me like 15, 20 minutes, and I'll usually do it while I'm doing something else. I've made so many sales. I've made like 3 to 4 sales a day.
Wow, that's amazing.
Without sharing other people's stuff, just my own.
Mm-hmm. Wow. That's so great, Lauren. I wish I could do it. I can't. And like,
so you're really out of every hour you're spending on Poshmark. See, to me, that's just so much work.
Well, I feel like I'm doing something else. Like, I've been Just like if I'm talking to someone about something else, I'll just sit and share my Poshmark closet. Or if I'm waiting for something, I'll sit and share my Poshmark closet. I've just made a point, like every time that I have an idle second, to do it if I have my phone on me.
See, that's how you do it, guys. That's how you do it. You work the system exactly how you're supposed to, and it works.
Even at a stoplight, you could share like 20 listings sitting at a stoplight. I mean,
oh my God, it's true.
We don't encourage that behavior, though. So
right, I've created drafts at stoplights, so
like 6 minutes long. They take forever.
So. No, that's dedication.
But
well, I'm glad you're sharing. I'm glad you're selling a lot. I can't get into Poshmark that much. I just can't get into the sharing. I'm lucky to do it once a day. That's good for me. Like, that's really good. So.
I mean, that's fine. I think that the algorithm just wants to see that you're being active, because I can definitely see where it dips off if I don't share for like a week, which I've done before. Yeah. But I know it's Q4 and I'm going to be listing like crazy. So I've just been trying to clear stuff out. I think I've also tried to do at least 5 listings a day. For those that follow me, they've probably seen it, but yes, awesome. I'm close to my 100 listings in 3 weeks. So
dang.
That's great.
Yeah. And gotta clean the house.
Now, are you double listing all that on eBay as well?
Yes, but I usually list on Posh first just because there's no listing fees. So I'd rather have more on there and it's faster to list. So I've actually sold a ton of stuff before I've even gotten it onto eBay in the last 3 weeks.
That's the way to do it. You were doing that too, Tanya, weren't you?
I was trying to, but it just got to be a little bit much for me because like Lauren, I would start selling stuff and I was immediately double listing and it was just becoming, I would take it off of one site and.
I did that too. I did it. I did it different. I did it on eBay, and then I cut and pasted it into Poshmark and Mercari for quite a while. And then I started doing some more hard goods and got out of the habit of cross posting it all. So
now, Duane, did you have any luck with Mercari? I know Tanya did there for a while.
I did for a while. Yeah, I was actually probably equal to Poshmark for me, but you can also sell more than just clothing. So, but yeah, I was doing all right on there for quite a while, and I still do have a sale periodically there. But again, I'm not putting any focus on those, either one of those 2 platforms right now. So
yeah, I love Mercari.
The only thing I don't like about Mercari is the length of your title is so short.
Yeah, I agree with that because
you can't even say what you're selling.
Even on Poshmark, I have such a hard time like with my titles because I love to just do tons of keywords. I think it's just embedded in me for me.
Exactly. We're diehard eBay people, so
yeah, right.
And I just put the description, so it works.
I know it's quite a difference on eBay. You're like, okay, I got to come up with like 3 more words. You got to rack your brain for it. But
I know, and it's opposite in Poshmark. You're trying to, okay, what can I cut out? Okay, I guess I can cut out size.
Which is also kind of nice in a way, though. Really,
jeans, whatever.
Like you don't have to overthink it. You just need the most important. So that is one great thing about Poshmark. Yeah, and my sales over there are horrible right now, but I haven't listed, and I'm hardly sharing. And I'm going through that phase again where I don't really. No, I can't imagine somebody making a full-time income there. I know people do. I know it. But what would you say your favorite platform is? Let's just go through. Lauren, what's your favorite platform?
I'm diehard with eBay. I just love eBay. And Poshmark, I love it on and off.
Okay.
If I have the time to put the work into it, I love it more than eBay. But when it's like listed and forget it, eBay all the way. So this summer has been hardcore eBay for me.
Okay.
I've just been busy, so it's just easy to list it, forget about it, and if it sells, you ship it out.
Yeah. So. What about you, Tanya?
Well, it changes every week.
Okay.
I am a true Gemini, okay? So for the past 2 weeks, I've really been back into eBay. So that's where all my attention has been going. So I struggle with all the platforms because I just love them all. I love Posh, Mercari, Etsy, eBay, my antique booth, but it's just so hard to give. It's like having children, I have to give each one a certain amount of attention.
Well, and you're part-time, so it's really hard to find the time for each of those platforms, I'm sure.
Right. I'm full-time mommy wife. So yeah, definitely.
What about you, Duane?
I think I would have to agree. I think eBay, right now it's eBay. I think I get the most coverage, and you can sell anything on there. Where, like you said, Poshmark is limited a bit, and so is Etsy. I think those are great platforms for those particular things. Unfortunately, like for Etsy, I rarely have things that are vintage or homemade or anything like that. So I don't list very much on there at all. So definitely eBay.
Yeah, I'm the same. eBay, I mean, I wish Facebook Marketplace could be my favorite, but it's not. Like, if it worked well,
Yeah.
I would only be Facebook Marketplace. Because it keeps you going and moving and thinking, and I don't really like to sit that long, so it's kind of hard to sit here and list and stuff like that. But eBay is definitely the one that I want to focus on if I have to choose,
If I was full-time, I would be more focused on eBay.
Yeah.
Because I don't think I'd be so heavy into clothing. Like,
okay.
I love clothing. It's really prevalent where I am. I enjoy picking it up. I enjoy picking out the pieces. But I think I would be looking for a lot more hard goods if I were full-time.
Yeah.
Just for more diversity.
Right. I think we probably all started with clothing as my guess. I did, pretty much just clothing. And it's nice to transform that into hard goods for me anyway. Like, that was a really good time for me, was to go, I'm not sourcing for clothing all day today. I'm only going to look for hard goods. Like, that's fun. And it really gave this job like a lot more meaning to me. And the chance to learn.
Oh, sorry, go ahead.
Yeah, go ahead, Duane.
Oh, I was going to say, one of the things I enjoy about reselling is the research that's involved. And when you get into a kind of a clothing rut, there is some research, but you don't pick it up and go, what is this? It's like, well, these are obviously a pair of jeans. And you can figure it out and stuff like that. But to me, hard goods are more fun. That's the enjoyable part for me.
Right. Yeah. With Poshmark, I don't know, have y'all sold any home goods? I've sold a couple home goods. So that was kind of fun to do the hard goods on Poshmark. But I broke one because I had that eBay mentality of trying to get it in a smaller package. People don't do that. Like, put it in a big package. We have options with Poshmark. When you're doing your shipping for eBay, you're like, okay, and it was super old plastic item, very vintage, and it broke, and that kind of stunk.
Yeah, there are definitely advantages and disadvantages to each one. Like the shipping for Poshmark and Mercari, I think is way easier than eBay.
I agree.
But I like the way eBay pays out. They don't hold your money and you have to add request or money to come in. So, I mean, each of them has their own positives and negatives by far.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
And Mercari's shipping went up again not too long ago. So
really?
I feel like that's not good. Yeah.
Probably not.
Well, I think Etsy did something with their shipping also to really upset a lot of sellers. Maybe we should talk to Angie about that one day, because she's only Etsy, and I really don't know what Etsy did because I don't sell on there.
I haven't forever. I have an Etsy account, but I haven't sold anything on there in probably 7 years.
I think I get a invoice every 3 months for like 30 cents, and I don't even remember what's on there. Like one item.
Yeah, you should probably just close that account or something.
Well, I think I should go do that, and then I don't do it. Then I see the invoice. Damn it! I need to go change that.
Well, I'm really excited that we've changed this show to include all these platforms. So I was wondering, Duane, if you would tell us what you've been doing lately, because I find it amazing.
Well, obviously I've been sourcing, but I've been doing a little bit different sourcing. I've been doing more storage units, and buying those and cleaning them out, and it's a lot of fun. I mean, like I said, I like the treasure hunt of it, and there's a lot of research involved, because I get a bunch of stuff, and it's like, well, I don't know what this is worth. I have no idea what a holster for a 38 is worth that I had just found. So it's a lot of fun, and there's so much stuff out there. It's amazing. I bought another unit last night. It was supposed to be. See, now Heather, this drives her crazy because she doesn't like stuff around.
Right.
And that's fine. And I was doing okay until this last month or so. And then it's like, oh my God, my garage is just like hoarder hell.
That's my garage right now. Like, so bad.
Yeah. So she's not real happy. She's like, I said, okay, I'll just make sure that you have a place to park your car in the winter. We're good.
Right. So
the one I got last night was supposed to be like a 5x5, and it was a 5x15.
Oh, wow, that's a big difference, Dwayne.
Whoa.
So you got more for your money then, right?
Yeah, I got a lot. I mean, I paid $60 for it, which is amazingly low. And I really didn't plan on winning it. I just threw a quick bid at it because it was a small one. I thought, I have one clean spot in my garage. I can fill that up. So
I feel so sorry for all of our garages. I know you're not the only one.
Oh, I know.
Okay, who has a car in their garage right now?
Well, it's funny that you mentioned it because yesterday we had a lot of rain, so I hurried up really hard out there to move stuff around, but I managed, but I squeezed my car in.
and then you get out your car, you're like trying to get out the door.
Exactly.
Our vehicles don't fit in the garage, so it's actually a plus for me to continue just filling my garage.
Okay, that feels like an excuse. That feels like a big excuse, Lauren.
They're too tall. They hit the ceiling if we pull them in, so we can't.
Oh, you don't count it. She said I do. My Murano's in there. You sell jewelry though. You could spell, what.
I don't know. She has a lot of jewelry. She might have ended up in the garage with some of it.
Right?
That's actually my main reason I've stayed more with clothing than hard goods because, again, not full-time. I can't list enough to get high enough in that algorithm where I'm selling so much a day. I don't have the space for hard goods. Like, clothing takes up so little space. Yeah, it's
no, you're right. And jewelry takes up less. It's really, but the hard goods are so fun, darn it.
They are. But if I find something really awesome that I buy for like $3 that I can flip for $80, I'm picking it up.
Oh, yeah.
Right?
Poor husband. Our garage looks like a death ground.
Yeah, it's bad. I'm afraid that I'm going to clean out the garage and find dead bodies or animals that died behind the piano or whatever.
Well, I heard you did kind of already have some dead bodies out there, actually, don't you?
Oh, okay. So that's a great point. Okay. I do actually. I have somebody's grandpa in my garage now, in an urn. He was in a storage unit, and I haven't went up to the mountains and buried him or whatever yet.
Right.
Something that just happened in the news last week is a storage unit about 45 minutes from here. They actually did find a decomposing body.
Oh,
in the storage unit. So that's kind of interesting. I guess somebody was complaining about the smell. Go figure.
Oh, yeah.
And when they got in there, there was an actual decomposing body. So I'll have to find out if it's. I mean, I can't imagine. It would have to be some kind of foul play because you can't lock yourself in a storage unit.
Right.
Lock on the outside.
And they would have to know that the body was going to stink eventually.
Right.
Maybe it was like a drug thing. I know a lot of drug dealers use storage units.
I thought you were going to say a lot of drug dealers.
No, just
what? I had no idea.
Lauren, you look so
Lauren.
Lauren shall know a lot of storage unit buyers. We've all heard stories. So
yeah. True, very true. Well, Duane, where do you think you're going to sell most of it? eBay, local, or Mercari? I mean, a lot of it you can list on Poshmark now. So, what's your
yeah, I've got those high-end clothing jackets that I had shown you.
Oh,
I can't remember.
Oh, he's got
what's the name on them?
Bogner.
Yeah, Bogner.
Yeah, and he's got some crazy.
I have to look because I don't remember.
Mm-hmm. Is that Bogner ski stuff?
Yeah, they are. They're like ski clothing.
I've sold that kind of stuff before.
Fur collars and
Very
they're
cool.
pretty pricey from what I was looking at.
So I'm curious, do you have much competition up there as far as purchasing the storage units?
Yeah, but I mean, I do it online right now. I mean, I can go to in-person ones, but I haven't for a long time. I've just been doing online ones. And sometimes you can get into a little bit of a bidding war, but it's not too bad, really. I mean, I think the most I've spent for one is I don't know, like $300, $350.
Yeah, that's kind of the way things are going now, because I asked at my storage unit place about the auctions, and they said it's all online now.
Yeah. Well, it's cheaper for them because they don't have to pay the auction house to come out, and they have to be open and all that. They can just pay the 15% seller fee or whatever, and throw up 5 pictures and be done. So
Right.
it's just similar to us and eBay. We could sell it all local, but it's just easier to throw it up online. And
I wonder if estate sales will end up that way. Instead of going to someone's house for an estate, if it'll just end up kind of like the auction.
I see them like that all the time, Tracy, on the estate sales app.
Right.
They're online only. So I see that a lot.
Online. His storage units over there are all online. So
there's actually if any Minnesota people are in here listening, you should go this weekend because I can't.
Otherwise, she wouldn't be saying that. Oh, hang on.
There's this billionaire's house on Lake Minnetonka, and they're doing an estate sale through the whole thing. And I was looking through the pictures online today, and there's really cool furniture, and I want to go so bad.
Lauren, just write a check for the whole estate.
Well, that's how those typically go in my area anyway. I worked for an estate. I managed an estate, and they had an estate sale and sold nothing because those people want a lot of money. So it really ended up all going to an auction house in Houston in the end, But I mean, yeah, fun to go through, right? And even when you get the cheaper items there, it's like still fantastic,
Yeah, sometimes they really shoot themselves in the foot with the pricing stuff so high. I mean, they don't end up getting anything.
Yeah. A lot of times too, I'll find things that aren't super common that they don't realize are worth money, and then they're not priced really high. So I found a lot of really cool things that way.
Right.
But I just always look. If I'm around, I look. You never know what you're gonna find. Just look at my garage.
Oh, Kathleen.
But another thing about the storage unit thing is you it's interesting to learn about the people, because most people leave some personal items in there, papers and stuff, and you can kind of piece together a person's life by what they have stored, and sometimes you can even see what happened to them and why you figured they lost their storage unit. So I had my big one that we were talking about earlier, not big in size, but big in I sold a lot of stuff out of
profit.
Was a policeman's, and so we kind of pieced together his kind of life, and sold a lot of good stuff. I'm still selling. I sold some stuff last night for $80 on Facebook Marketplace from it. So
sweet.
I bought the whole thing for $170. So.
Have you ever considered selling straight out of the storage unit? I know some people here that do that.
The only problem with that is that in most places you have to rent the storage unit for a month to do that, because you only have 3 days to clear it out. I mean, if I didn't have a day job, I could probably do something like that. Go there in the morning, find some things, take some quick pictures, and sell out. But I can't do that with a job. It doesn't work unless I rent it for an entire month, and then I could probably do it.
I got you.
It just doesn't really work for me. I mean, some people it does.
Right.
That's exciting. You get me excited. Like, I really want to go buy a storage unit, but
my husband would
die.
Tell everybody what you said before we went live, Tanya, because you're right. It'd be dangerous.
Oh, I told Tracy, I was like, it's a good thing that we don't live closer. I mean, we're only about, 3 hours apart?
4 hours, I think. Yeah.
So if we lived closer, we'd probably get into all kinds of trouble.
We'd be dumpster diving, storage unit buying.
Yes.
And never selling. And getting our nails done. That's what we're doing.
But you have to realize now, okay, all the treasure hunt and all this cool stuff is awesome. but it is a lot of work.
Yeah.
Yeah.
There's so much junk. I mean, stuff that it's junk to us. It's not. It probably wasn't to them, but it's not sellable, or or it's not worth anything, or it's private papers. Like I said, yesterday I got probably 400 or 500 old country records, like Patsy Cline, Tammy Wynette back that time, and I don't know what I'm going to do with them because nobody wants to buy them. They're not in great shape, and I don't think there's any valuable ones that I saw.
I would market them as a crafter thing locally, maybe, because a lot of people do.
What I'm going to have to do is throw them in a huge lot, and because otherwise I'm just going to end up throwing them away. So.
Otherwise, you can throw them in the air and shoot them with a gun.
Target practice.
Very, but yeah, it's a lot of work. If you have a good network of people, which I haven't got a good network of people yet down here where I moved about 2 years ago. Like this storage unit has a washer and dryer. If you have a guy that'll pay you $5 for any appliance you find because he is a appliance repairman or just a scrapper or something like that. That's the kind of thing or a person that buys furniture, because I have zero interest in selling furniture. But there are people that, have a little brick and mortar store and they want to sell furniture. So
what about a vinyl store? Is there like some store in your area that sells vinyl?
There is one, and it's in Salt Lake, and I've taken a crate to him one time, with a bunch of records. And I can do that. And I made about $8, out of 150 records. He'll give you like 15 cents for this one, 25. Oh, this one's worth $4, I mean, he's fair, but again, it's just more, is the effort worth it? That's a 30-minute drive for.
Plus, if they haven't been stored correctly, you're like nobody wants them, and you don't know how they've been stored. I mean, there's very specific ways to take care of vinyl, so I wouldn't even risk it. I would just sell it as a craft lot and be done. And never.
So, hey, does anybody want any vinyl? Old country. There's 8 tracks too.
Hey, I know somebody that does auctions online, Duane.
Oh my God, I really need to get a hold of that guy.
If you're new here, which way? This way, Duane does an auction every Saturday on his channel.
True. Yeah, I'm actually starting to get enough stuff that I might be able to do some small auctions. My own.
Excuse me.
And see, that's a whole nother platform you can sell on.
That's true. That is true.
Yeah, we've got all kinds, but I don't know. Like I was looking through the list of the things you can sell on Poshmark now. I hadn't looked in a while, you guys, so I was kind of clueless because I was kind of gripey the last time we all got together and talked. Remember that? I was pretty gripey about it, but because I didn't feel like they set up good rules. But guys, you can sell so much now. Like I can't believe the stuff you can list. I listed coffee mugs.
So are they literally outright saying it's okay to sell mugs now?
Well, they call it kitchen, tea, and coffee accessories, and it let me list them. And it even gave me a pop-up window that said, you are potentially listing something breakable. Make sure to pack it well with lots of bubble wrap, because if it does break within shipping, you're responsible for the cost of it. And I was like,
oh, is that right?
I hadn't seen that before, guys. So that was exciting to me. I was like, okay, I really got gripey with them. So maybe I need to step back and be happy. But I mean, I have the list up here. It's crazy. The one that got me the most, though, you guys, is the cutlery and knives. Like, we can
sell
knives. I go, well, heck, I've got Cutco. I'm going to sell them there. Like,
right. Well, what about art glass? Can you sell art glass? I have a ton of that.
I'm going to.
Okay, cool. All this.
I am.
I mean, mugs are okay to sell.
Well, to me, that's a kitchen item that falls under the category of coffee and tea accessories.
Yeah,
I agree. Yeah,
I actually have a bunch of anthropology mugs that I haven't listed on eBay.
And they do so well. I just sold one, and it sold in like a week.
Oh my God.
This is Heather's mug.
I like it. Yeah, so let me find the kitchen section and I'll read what they, because that's the one that was kind of.
Yeah, I do have things like this that were in the
Yeah.
spreadsheet.
Oh, that's cute.
Made in
So bakeware.
Made in what, Slovakia? Is that what it says?
Oh yeah.
Yeah. Made in Slovakia.
What
Sorry,
about
it's so dark over here, guys. We're gonna get a huge storm, I think. I have a skylight above my head and I'm like, oh, it's getting really dark in my video.
Yeah. You still look bright to us so far.
I need a lamp
What-
or something.
So
yeah?
they also have cookbooks. Like, did you know that you could sell cookbooks on?
I knew you could sell like
so
coffee
cool.
table books, but I hadn't thought about listing
Food
cookbooks.
storage, like food storage. That's all it says. So I don't know what that consists of.
Okay, I'm interested to know, what are they giving you for like shipping art glass for glassware and breakables and stuff? Is it just like the normal?
Well, I think that would fall under accents, and then you would want to hit
I'm gonna look now because now I'm curious.
decor. I would hit decor as my category, and I believe that will come up under that one as well, because I did list in decor. And it'll just, and all you have to do is push accept or whatever the word was they used to say, okay, I get it. If it breaks, it's on me. But we're also insured through priority mail, right? I mean,
Yeah.
so we're
Yeah.
at least good for 100 returned if they do it and ship, because of shipping. I would just ask for a lot of pictures and they'll send pictures anyway, right?
Yeah.
So like, okay, I didn't know where there was another one too, like drinkware. Okay, well maybe my mug should go under drinkware.
Yeah, a coffee cup could do that. But
Coffee
I'm thinking
cup.
of all the things that I've got to resell on eBay that I just haven't listed yet, and maybe
Yeah.
I'll list them on Posh instead.
And they also
Yeah.
they also had mirrors in here somewhere. Where was that? I was like, well, I thought that was a no. Remember, Tanya? We were just
I have a ton of mirrors.
Yes, you do. Let me see where that one is. Yeah, vanity mirrors, vanity trays.
Trays. Oh my goodness. I have lots of trays.
I
I have
do
a tray
too.
problem.
I
I
do.
love trays.
I know. I don't use that many of them, but
I know. They're so pretty. I just love them. I can't resist.
So I'm thinking, I don't know. I'm thinking this might get me more interested in listing on Posh, because I haven't listed because I really am not doing a lot of clothing. I'll list my shoes there. I'll list my bags there, jewelry, but I don't know. I haven't really looked at the sales of all these categories yet either, though. So I am going to dig a little deeper and see what's selling, because that's important as well.
Ooh. So
And I'm
Jennifer,
sorry, I haven't really said hi to anyone in the chat, but I love you all. Sorry.
look what Jennifer says, y'all. She says, oh no, Tanya will be listing her doll head planners.
Why
Yeah.
wouldn't you? They're awesome, right? She's going to start listing one right now, I can tell you.
Listen, I am taking notes.
Yeah. Oh, yeah, Michelle, wallpaper. Like, wallpaper. I think the one thing that is good to remember is it cannot exceed 108. Oh God, I hope it was inches. I think it's inches. Let me see. I took a photo of this. I screenshot the information.
Oh, look what
Oh,
Clementine. My friend Tanya made this for me. It's Clementine.
Oh, Clementine, how has she been?
oh my God,
I
Dwayne.
remember that.
Hold on, Dwayne. Let me make you bigger. Show it better.
Wow.
I know.
Tanya made
So
this.
cute. Why wouldn't you want to sell that on Poshmark?
I know, right?
And you could sell it with a piece of jewelry. Like, I would block that thing up with something. Okay, thank you, Michelle. I don't even have to look anymore.
I should definitely.
I'll offer a message. But yeah, so 108 inches in either direction. Like, so if your art glass doesn't exceed that, that's good, right?
Yeah.
I'm excited. Like, I came in here,
I know. I'm excited too.
upset with Poshmark.
Well, good. Hopefully that's a good thing that's come of this, that people get excited, or just the people on the panel get excited to,
Yeah.
wow, man,
Yeah.
I'm doing good. Let's go do better. And
We need to
sell
have these
stuff.
little powwows more often.
Mugs do very well on Poshmark Home.
Cool.
I'm looking them up as we're speaking right now.
Yeah. So is your anthro mug like a Molly Hatch or something like that?
I have a bunch of the letter mugs, like the little coffee mugs that are super popular that you always see like in Instagram posts and stuff.
Yeah.
I have one of those to list, and then I have a couple other ones that are cute with like gold and white on them.
I love buying mugs. I mean, I absolutely am going to stay that way. I already know it. I mean, some people gave up mugs long ago. I don't care.
Tracy, I know I've got a whole bunch of mugs that I got out of a storage unit.
It looks like Ray Dunn does really well, too, on Poshmark Home. Ray Dunn stuff.
Yeah, I don't like Ray Dunn, so I never look at it. I know there's some worth money, but there's so much that's not, and I don't know the difference.
Same.
What's the one I like? I like Taylor and Ing.
Oh yeah, me too, Duane.
Orgy mugs, yes. And every time I find a Taylor and Ing, it's not an orgy mug, you guys. Yeah. That's like on my bucket list to find. They're amazing, and people are laughing at me if they don't know what that is because of what I'm saying. But
it's a real thing, yeah.
Taylor and Ing orgy mug. I want one so bad, but
I have a video on it.
You did? Okay.
Yeah, Taylor and Ing is cool. Like I said, I haven't found any either. Most of mine are the ones that
I found two last week. I found the two that were the cat, and it's just not as cool as the other one.
So, I just for those that don't know what we're talking about in the chat, Taylor and Ing make a mug where it's just a big conglomeration of a whole bunch of
like cows having sexual orientation in different positions. They're so cool. What era are they from? They don't make them anymore, I don't think.
No, they're in the
70s, yeah.
Mine was 78. That's when mine were, so. Yeah, just look them up. Taylor and Inchi.
Look at this.
Tommy's got some cool mugs.
Good one, Tommy. Yeah, I don't know. I mean, it's kind of nice to have a refreshed feeling. I mean, because I really took most of the summer off of reselling altogether. It was very light. So to come back in and just be bored and not get sales, my sales are so low right now on every platform that, I don't know, it just made me feel good to know that I can put all that stuff over there now.
Well, let's have a challenge.
Oh.
Let's have a challenge and we'll hold each other accountable, and let's list some stuff, and we'll meet up again next month and see how we did in the home section.
I'm in.
Let's put numbers on this.
I'm writing down my challenge.
You put numbers on it, Tracy.
Oh, it's your challenge, Tom.
I just put the challenge out there. You got to do the numbers.
Okay.
You're more logical than me.
Tonia's the thinker. She's the
okay, so we have 30 days approximately till the next time we meet, right? Let's see if everybody can list 30 home goods in Poshmark and see who sells the most.
30 home goods. That's a big number.
Write this down for me or what?
Writing it down.
What'd you say, Lauren?
I'll purge clean my house if I run out of stuff.
I know. I've gone through my closet now.
And let's
see whoever's listening to as I'm scrolling through these solds while I'm talking to everybody. Coasters do really well. Super random.
Good.
I have coasters. I've had coasters listed for maybe a month or 3 weeks on there, and I can't even get likes on them. But
I would relist it. I think people didn't realize there was a home market.
That's true. Yeah. I'm really bad about relisting. What is your thoughts on that? Like relisting, does it really make a big difference, do you think?
Oh, somebody said, where did it go? Now it's moving on me. Hi guys, you've inspired me to list home goods on Poshmark too. Vicky.
Yay, Bluebird. Vicky.
Good job. Good. All right, I got to go, guys.
Oh, bye,
thanks,
Duane.
Bye, Duane.
I got to go clean some more storage units out. So if I have anything cool, I'll show you guys.
Thanks for bringing the testosterone today.
Yeah, well, I mean, I was way overloaded with the estrogen in the room. So I just
with the ladies.
Bye.
Bye. Good
luck.
All
right, guys. Talk to you later.
I'm so excited for him. Like the storage.
Yeah, definitely.
Cool.
So I think that we should put the challenge out to our viewers too, so they can check back with us next month also and see how they did.
Okay, and you don't have to do one a day. You can do, multiples in a day, but 30, I think that's a good high number in my opinion.
That's reasonable.
Mm-hmm. So, all right, 30 in 30 days. And
all home goods.
All home goods in any category of the home goods. And I guess I overprice on Poshmark, and I'm beginning to question this because then you can send offers and you can do that. I get so tired of sending offers and not making sales. Do you think it might just be better to list it at the price you want and leave it? I don't know. I'm struggling with this, so I figured you two can maybe help me.
I struggle with that as well because that people are going to lowball you.
I feel like an idiot putting a number out there that I know this item's not worth it. Are people scrolling past it going, well, that's crazy, and not even hitting the like button possibly? Okay, I don't know.
No, I feel the same way. So I usually price probably, I don't know, 5 to 10 higher because people are going to make offers.
Yeah. Well, and sometimes I go really higher so I can give a 30% discount where they feel like, but then I'm just like, okay, now we're just playing mind games at this point. And I realize selling is a mind game. Retail stores play that game. Look at the way stores jack up prices and throw it on a 50% off instantly. That is part of the business. But maybe it's time for me to try something different. I don't know.
I think it depends how fast you want to flip it. If you're in it for the long haul, price it high. If you want to dump it right away, price it low. That's just.
I'm beginning to want to dump faster. I want things to move.
Yeah, that's where I'm at right now. I have so much stuff. I need to be moving it at a faster pace. I'm bringing too much in and not enough going out.
Well, plus when you're making sales, even if you're not making the profit you thought you'd get on an item, but you're still making a decent profit. Mm-hmm. It encourages me to want to do more in my business where if I'm not making sales, I'm a little down right now. I'm going, I don't even want to, I don't care if it's not going to work. Well, if I just price lower, get things moving and keep that flowing. And I think Rosie in there is like that. I think she's a faster flipper too. So maybe she can say, but I'll want to list if and know things are going to be moving. It just kind of become that morning shipping straight into listing without hesitating, maybe.
Yeah.
For me too, it's how much time I can be putting into continual listing if I want to flip things fast or not.
Mm-hmm.
From now until April, I'll be a fast flipper, unless it's something that's really high end and unique.
Yeah,
fast flipper. But then come summer, I'm a list it and forget it, and I don't really care because I'm not putting that much effort in. I'll maybe list 25 things a week.
Well, and I'll be honest, I know everybody does these sales 3 for $20, whatever on Poshmark. I don't even know how to do that, and I really don't want to take the time to do that for 3 items for $20.
And that's so much work for $20. That's not even $20 when you bring it home. Think of all the time it takes to photo that and steam it and list it, and just
take it as shrinkage in your business instead, or sell it to a consignment store or whatever.
Yeah.
To each their own, though. If that works for someone out there, that's great. I just don't have the time for that. Maybe if I was a full-time reseller, I would feel the but
that's a good point. And here, okay, so we can diss on Poshmark a little bit because Tommy's he knows how I feel about this. I just can't comprehend how they don't have ways to run store-wide sales and such. They really should. I realize you can go in and do the 2 for 15%, 2 for 30, and I've thought of jacking around with those numbers, but I don't think people really see them unless they've already got 2 items in their cart. I don't think people see that maybe, but if you could run a sale like you can on eBay where it lets people know, hey, I guess you can kind of when you lower the price, but what if you could run different types of sales? Maybe they're coming with this. I don't pay attention. So
I thought about if I get time. I think I talked about this in the last episode we had, but I just didn't have time. I want to put in the bottom of all of my listings 15% off. If you have 3 things, 15% off all of it. And
do you think that would be better in the photo possibly if you did? You know how Andy puts?
Oh yeah, you could for your last photo or something,
or even the first photo. How are they going to see it if they don't get through the bottom of everything?
True. That's very true. That's a good idea.
And I don't believe what they say about words getting in the way of the SEO search. And Tommy says it all the time. I don't want to get to Google search. Like, I want it gone before that. So that makes sense too. So if you could put the words 3 for whatever price or 2, we're going to have to brainstorm on this. So next month, not only should we like 30 home good items, but we should come up with really good ideas on how to run sales our own way.
Yes.
Rosie says that she thinks there is a way to do it. So maybe you need to get with Rosie about that.
Really? Yeah, Crystal's really great on Poshmark. Crystal, we need to get together and chat. Maybe we should do it live. I think that was her full-time thing for a long time, was just Poshmark. So I don't know. Yeah, I'm so bad with the chat today. I try usually, but not.
No, it's hard. It's hard when you're hosting and to be a part of the chat too.
I'm so excited to see you guys. It's been
I know, same.
I missed my ladies.
Yes. We need not wait so long next time.
Well, I missed Duane and Andy too, of course.
Yeah, they're all right.
I know. Yeah.
Never great. And I've seen them more than I've seen you, actually. I've seen them a lot. So
I've been in hiding for like 3 months. So
you have. Well, welcome back.
My free time's gone to listing, and then I've just been busy with work and going up to the lake. So
well, I don't know if it's the right place to say it, but that's me. I just throw things out. You have another job now too. So how has that interfered with your selling or not? Or you don't want to talk about it?
I'll talk more off air, but
Okay.
It's been really busy.
Okay.
So that's kind of been a damper. Like I used to have more downtime and I have a little bit less now.
Yeah.
So hopefully that'll all even out. But
Yeah.
And when winter gets here, you're going to be snowed into your house anyway. You'll get plenty of time to resell.
Yeah.
I feel like
That's
you
true.
look to winter. Yeah.
I won't go up to the lake as much in the winter. And then I love just listing, like doing photos for like an entire day on a Saturday. That's my favorite thing. If I can get like 150, 200 photos done, that's amazing.
That's great.
Yeah. Yeah, and if I had a lake house too, I would probably be there all the time as well, Lauren.
I have a photo studio up there, so I can work.
You
I
do.
just don't have room for it.
You know what's better than having a lake house? Having friends with lake houses, because you
Yes.
So true.
We're friends with boats.
Right? I know. Get your butt up here, Tanya. Yeah, Crystal, I'm sorry, I can't even type right now. I'm going to get in touch with you for sure.
So what do you guys think about like Christmas ornaments? Do you think we could list Christmas ornaments?
Yes, there's a holiday section.
Ooh, good to know. I've got a ton of ornaments I can list.
So
I probably do too. I'll add that into my 30 items.
Right? I've got a list going, girl.
okay, here's what you can sell in holiday. And I can't remember how I got to this list. It's like 3 screens back and I've got a sliver showing. So I'll tell you in a minute how you get there. But you can list garland, holiday blankets and throws, holiday decor, which covers everything. Holiday pillows, ornaments, string lights, and wreaths.
Wow.
Yeah. So I did list a few Christmas items already too, because they were already on eBay. So I just I'm just going through my list and trying to get stuff over there.
So you're just cross-posting what you got on eBay right now?
Right now, yeah.
Yeah.
Because that seems smartest. And like I was under the weather yesterday, so I was laying in bed and I was like, what can I do? I can't move. So what do I do? So you go through your eBay listings and you put them on Poshmark, right?
I do a lot of cross-posting like that too. Like if I'm somewhere waiting, I'll do some cross-posting like that, or I'll do like Lauren does, the Poshmark. So, or Macari, make offers. There's always something you can be doing.
Okay, hold on. I'm going to cover your face. Sorry, Lauren. Crystal says to run a sale, you have to do it on your app. Go to My Seller Tools, the My Seller discount. You can then choose the % off and the amount of it. Yeah, I do understand that sale, but do people see it? Like, does it let people know? Like, I don't know. I just feel like
it's more visible on a desktop. If you're shopping on a desktop than it is on the mobile,
Okay.
in my opinion, because there is like a little thing at the top of your closet that says it, but I don't think it is on mobile.
Because since the time I signed up, 2 years ago, I don't even know how long it's been now. When you're setting your store or your closet up right off the bat, that's one of the things I set up at the beginning was like 2 for $15, which isn't great. So maybe I just need to raise that. Maybe it does make a difference.
Yeah, it only shows on the mobile app if they click on about.
You guys, I'm sorry. Someone's at my door and they're not going to stop. I'll be right back. It's rain.
I might be having like a tornado or something soon behind me. I keep seeing
Oh, great.
fly. And I hear like the wind chimes in the neighbor. I'm like, ooh.
What is your do you have that weather app on your phone?
Yes.
What's it saying?
I had it all turned off because we were online, but maybe everyone wants to know. I have severe thunderstorms on the way. Closest lightning strike within 10 miles.
Oh my goodness. Is your hubby already home or not yet?
No, I sent him to the store.
Oh no.
I was like, I'm doing a show. You can go to the store if you want.
So, Bumcrack, are you selling Christmas danglers? Just checking. He's so cute. Okay, so what were we talking? So the holiday stuff, are you guys still talking about that by chance, or did I miss everything?
No, we can still talk about
We were
that.
talking about thunderstorms, actually.
Oh, sorry. Oh, God, I know the weather's so weird. So I'm thinking a smart way might be to do the holiday items on Poshmark, but bundling things, like bundling maybe some garlands, some lights, some, you know what I'm saying? Or ornaments with a Christmas tree skirt. I don't know. I mean, if you have a lot of things, like Duane's going to find a ton of things in the storage unit, I'm sure, that are Christmassy, right? Do you think that people shop like that on Poshmark, though? Like, here's a whole Christmas setup kind of thing. I don't know.
Wait, I'm confused. Is the tat doctor making a funny?
I don't know. I missed the comment.
Because my room's definitely not tidy.
Camera, it's not that tidy. I have a big rack of stuff, and then on my floor, I have tons of stuff that I'm sorting through.
Look at my floor over there, guys. I can barely walk through it.
I'm too embarrassed to even pick up my Mac.
That's all I'm showing. It gets worse. I'm a mess.
Okay, that's good, though. That means you're working. I've just made this mess in the last couple days, so it's a good thing.
Yeah, Tommy, I think the most you can do is like 3 for 30% off on that. Am I wrong, Rose or Crystal? I haven't been in that section of Poshmark in ages. Like, what is your bundle discount that you give? It is they actually call it a bundle discount, actually, right?
Mine is 2 for $15. And then I actually have a little tile at the very top of my closet that says, if you have a bundle, I'll also give you free shipping.
Okay.
Like, as I see someone make a bundle, after like 5 minutes, if they don't add anything, I just send them an offer with free shipping.
Yeah. I've had a lot of people making bundles lately, but they don't like my offers, and their offers they're getting are pretty great. So I think people are just messing around on Poshmark right now with me anyway. I don't know. But maybe if I just have more items.
I'm really hoping that they do more commercials before Christmas time.
Yeah,
they will, surely.
Like, I have so many new with tag, like, designer things I've been hoarding since last year. You guys have seen some of them. I've done some.
You still haven't listed those?
No, I wait, and I put it all up at like the very end of October, because that's when people start Christmas shopping, especially guys. And most of this expensive stuff, like, guys are going to get it for their wives or their girlfriends.
I could not do that. You have more self-control than me. I would have it list, like, I couldn't hold on to something just to live. I mean, I sold Christmas. I sold Christmas stuff in July all the time. I sell it in April. Christmas stuff always sells. I know your clothes aren't Christmas stuff. They're more gift items.
Yeah, but gift items I save to list. Especially unique gift items. Like I have this fancy Louis Vuitton
Skippy
that I've been holding on to for a year to list before Christmas, because I looked up online, and there aren't even any listed online of the same one that I have.
Yeah.
So
And
if there's someone, it's on their wish list.
minimum is 2 for 5%. Most is 7 for 30% off. Yeah, so you have to bundle that way. Yeah, and Tommy would like to just have a way to say everything's 20% off without literally having to go in and send offers to your likers. You know, just I agree that would be so nice if we can have sale features and functions. Am I allowed to buy for someone else's wife or girl? Yeah, you can buy for whoever you want. Oh my God. And I feel like it's hilarious because some of these people are from the UK and they just don't even have it. So they're like, we don't really care about Poshmark, but thanks for being here anyway. I think they're going to get it.
You can apply half the stuff we're saying to eBay too, though.
That's true. That's true. Yeah.
It's all about reselling.
Right. And so I was also thinking, I know that a lot of the home goods are probably going to sell better if they're new items. So retail arbitrage would be a good thing for Poshmark. And I know a lot of people that have been doing that really for the home items. But like, I'm wondering, I have so many tablecloths from my grandparents that are like, and I have been selling some vintage items on there, or at least having interest in them. And sometimes a lot of interest, you know, for the home embroidered tablecloths or crocheted tree skirts and stuff like that. So, I mean, people don't really think of that when they think of Poshmark, but I think that those people are there too, the vintagey type of people.
I think so too.
Yeah.
And I also think, do you guys ever pick up Fiesta wear?
I've picked up some. I'm just still learning on which ones are the
right. I bet that would do really well on Poshmark.
Probably.
I'm gonna look through my garage and because I'm curious.
Yeah.
Like the discontinued colors. And
right.
Stuff.
And because see, I'm the person that forgets, is it the small F or the large F that I want for the vintage is the small F, isn't it?
I think so.
I've never heard that.
I always just look up the colors. Like if I see it in the thrift stores, I look up the colors on eBay, the comps, and then I'm like, oh, this must be a really good color. I'll pick it up.
It's kind of like if you know about the Lisa Frank deal, the vintage and the newer are different, like lowercase letters or capital beginning letter means one is vintage and the other is not. It's same with Fiesta wear. I just don't remember.
Good to know. I had no idea.
Yeah. Seriously, do you list a certain amount on eBay each day? Who?
I try to do 10 listings a day minimum. And that's like a also similar if I don't have a new listing, just because I feel like it does help.
I think it does because
I really think it does.
I have not been listing and I'm not. I really feel like if I just list, it'll sell.
Yeah. Absolutely. And I feel like if it gets renewed like 2 or 3 times, that like pushes your rank down, the 30-day listings, like if you don't end it and start it over,
then you've got to start over.
And I haven't watched any YouTube videos or anything on this since this started, just because I've been so busy.
Where have you, when would you have done that?
Experience has, I've noticed a huge spike if I end it and then relist it as a new thing. It's all similar. And change it up, like change up my title a little bit.
Right. Cool.
So I don't know. You guys will have to tell me from YouTube land. Like, has anybody been experimenting with that?
What, the relisting?
Yeah, like ending and relisting.
Well, I think most people are doing it now. I don't remember to do it.
I usually list at the same time every day, so that I like look right before they're going to end, and then I end them.
I'm a Pisces, Lauren. I live in a dream world, okay?
I'm a Virgo. I'm like an OCD.
Oh my gosh.
I'm sorry. Hey, True 72.
Oh, man.
That's crazy. My daughter's a Pisces and my husband's a Virgo.
That's why I get along with your daughter so well. She's a doll. Nobody understands us. Sorry. Sorry.
You're right.
No, sorry. You have to mother that, but she's special. Don't worry. I'm sorry. Now we're getting into horoscope. Okay. Horoscope talk with 3 clueless ladies. No, I'm glad we got together though. We're going to start wrapping this up. So is there anything else that you might want to discuss?
No, I'm just excited to see the results of our experiment.
Who's going to remind me all this stuff so I'm not like the day before our next show, I'm listing 30 items.
I'll check in with y'all. I'll keep you on track.
All right. Thank you.
Once a week, I'll try
them.
them.
My garage right now and start digging stuff out to list on Poshmark.
I know, same here.
Yeah.
I'm gonna bring my cardboard with me downstairs, and I'm just gonna start slapping stuff on there and listing it.
Yeah. Yeah. Do you use lighting for stuff like that, or I mean, like if you were gonna photo down there in the garage, what would you do?
It depends. So when the storm ends, which I'm hoping will be in the next half hour, 45 minutes, if I open my garage door, it's super light. And I can just like lay that piece out right by the edge of the garage and it's perfect.
Yeah.
But most of the other stuff, like all my clothing, I photo inside up here. So.
Okay. Okay. You know how people take fancy photos for Poshmark? I've gotten really lazy in my photos. So
I kind of have to. I put everything on my mannequin, and I've like been saving all my flat lays because I hate doing flat lays.
I do too.
I hate doing shoes and flat lays and jeans, and I have like 6 totes worth of them right now.
Well, the shoes are so easy to me. It's probably my favorite thing to photograph and list altogether.
I've been putting it off.
Yeah.
I don't want to sit on the floor all day and do it.
Yeah.
Mine's definitely jewelry.
Reseller confessions.
Right. We should just have a reseller confession show at some point.
We should. That would be fun.
Yeah. It would start with, look at my desk. It's a nightmare.
Right now for me, it's look at my house, but I know that soon most of the stuff will be out the door like within a month. So it makes me feel a little better, but
Yeah.
oh man.
Oh gosh. So Tanya, you've been putting out a lot of cool videos, so thank you for that. You keep me entertained every day.
Yes. My next listing marathon, I'm catching up with all you guys' stuff. I actually started making like a playlist to play for the next day that I sit and list.
Yeah. I love to watch all of my friends. It's just so hard to watch everybody.
It is.
So
yeah, it is.
Well,
if I can, when I see people go live, I try to pop in at least just to say hi.
Yeah, same.
Hey, I'm still thinking about you.
I know. Well, okay, so Tanya, you end up with so much stuff. How do you think your best method is going to be to get rid of all these items? Because you do hit a lot of garage sales.
Yeah. Well, today, because as I said earlier, that changes daily. Today, I'm thinking a lot of this stuff is just going to have to go straight to my antique booth because I don't have time to sit here and list all of it, necessarily where I want to. I'm just overwhelmed. So right now, a lot of it's probably just going to go to my antique booth, slap a sticker on it, take it up there, and hopefully it will sell. Yeah. So I can make room for more stuff.
Do you have to have like I know when I had my booth, if I were to sell jewelry up there, it had to be in a locked glass case. Like they didn't want to be responsible for the theft because that was the easiest thing to steal. Do you have to do anything like that?
Technically, if I wanted to buy a case, I could lock up my jewelry, but I know it's a fact. I'm going to sell more jewelry if it's not locked up because the chances, I don't ever go ask for the key when I see jewelry I like. Right. So, and I'm sure I do have a lot of theft. I'm sure.
I mean, you wouldn't put diamonds and rubies and sapphires.
Exactly.
I get that, so
exactly.
Yeah. Okay. That's cool.
Mm-hmm.
That makes sense to me. Unless you had just all jewelry, then maybe that would make more sense to lock it up or something if it was played in a manner.
I have a ton of jewelry in my booth, and I sell a lot of it too. So, I've actually considered just getting a second booth for jewelry only.
Have you ever sold a jewelry jar? Because in my antique booth, those sold really well.
I have definitely sold jars before. I haven't made any up in a while now, but I need to. So let me ask you this. So when you were selling the jars, were you also selling individual jewelry as well?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it was very obvious.
It would still sell.
Yeah, it was very obvious that they they were curated. I just tried to not put broken pieces in there, and it was stuff that wasn't worth listing or even putting a tag on it, necessarily. But I guess crafters is what bought them mostly.
Yeah.
And what would you sell them for?
God, I think I would put like $29 on it, and then my mall could take 10% off without calling me. And sometimes I would get phone calls like, hey, will you take this for something? So I don't know if your mall works that way, but
I think they do.
Yeah. But they would sit there, and then I'd run a sale. So it depends if when I'd run a sale is probably when they really sold. I couldn't tell you at this point, but I did run sales all the time there.
Yeah, that's a good idea. I've had my booth for a long time now, but I haven't made up any jewelry jars. And I've been trying to move some jewelry on my eBay, but it's just not selling, I guess, because people know that I probably took out all the good jewelry, which I did, but I'm also known for missing stuff as well, as you both know.
Right.
So, but it's just, I'm not getting the kind of prices I want. So maybe I'll just put it in my booth.
Well, and I think eBay is saturated with jewelry, and China has really messed up some market there too. So
I wholeheartedly agree with that.
If I type in what I'm looking for in a piece of jewelry, it comes up with Chinese first. I have to click that button, because there are specific pieces I'm looking for at this moment. And I get frustrated when I type in, Art Deco necklace, and it shows me some Chinese knockoff that was made yesterday.
Or vintage stuff from China, and it's brand new.
Vintage on there, and you have to click US only,
US only. I do it all the time. But I have gotten some really cool stuff from China, though, I'll tell you.
Well, yeah, you might get lead poisoning, but no. You got to keep those babies working, okay? Sorry. I'm sorry, I'm getting a little sassy here, Tom. No, they do have some good stuff, but you never know what you're going to get. That's one thing that's a fact. It's like you order from China, you're like, you got a 50-50 chance of you liking it. Or even being what,
Well, sometimes I have to wonder, because like I bought this really cool turquoise ring the other day, and it's like a statement ring, and it's like really, really long on your finger. And sure, it's like, a faux stone or whatever, but like it cost me like $1.50, and that included shipping. So I'm thinking, are they just like doing this to get our American address for some reason?
Right.
I mean, are they doing something? Huh?
Could be.
I mean, I don't know. It's kind of scary.
It is.
So maybe I shouldn't be doing that.
They're just already making it and selling it wholesale to other companies, and that's where they're really making their money. And this is just like gravy to them, probably. And they have such good shipping terms with the U.S. that they don't.
Well, they're not. They cannot possibly be making any money. They're probably like putting together some kind of master United States mailing list of women who love jewelry.
Well, you
know what I mean? They're going to sell the mailing list.
Put me on that list, then. Just go ahead and do it. I don't know. But yeah, I just think the jewelry on eBay has been harder. And jewelry is doing great on Poshmark for a little bit. And it's kind
I agree. Yeah, I did really good with jewelry at first on Poshmark, but now it's really just tapered off like big time.
Yeah. But, and we're gonna start shutting this down. We've gone over an hour, and I literally have been shopping on Shop Goodwill, and I didn't place my bids yet for tonight. So that's really where I want to go. I'm so bad. I have been shopping on Shop Goodwill for.
So you're my competition. I was on there earlier today too.
I only shop locally because I don't want to pay the shipping.
Oh, okay. Yeah. How to do that? How do I sort for Texas only? Do you remember or search for it?
Yeah, go in the advanced. There at the top right side is advanced search. Go there, scroll down to it'll say something like sellers, and then click. It doesn't look like it's going to give you any cities. It's a weird site, but click on that. That's and then weird. It'll pop up every city that has a Shop Goodwill location. And I just choose Austin and go from there, because I make it like a sourcing day. I gather up all my wins, and you have like 5 days to pay, 14 days to pick it up. So I try to win as much as I can within those 14 days, so I can go pick up a lot, because it's on the other side of town. And then I'll just source. I'll stop at thrift shops or whatever on the way, And then, so you'll want to find out where the location is that you'll have to pick up from and what their terms of service are, because it's very specific at mine. They get so mad at me if I do it wrong. Like, you have to call and tell us 20 minutes out that you're coming so we can pull your items. Then you call us when you get there and we bring it to your car. They don't let you in there. I mean, it's very specific. And if you forgot to call them 20 minutes,
so bossy.
They're like, so you're here now? I go, well, I'll sit here and wait 20 minutes. Don't get pissy with me. And they're like, this is how we prefer it. I'm like, okay. And don't miss a payment because I did. And they don't like that either. You get three strikes and you're out, essentially. So
I didn't even know that they did that. Now I have another thing to do tonight.
Oh, and you can get some good shoes a lot of times. I've even gotten clothes. It's weird. I mean, normally I'm looking for jewelry, and they have electronics and hard goods. I mean, and some weird stuff that you're going, why are they auctioning this stupid thing that nobody's gonna buy? Well, they're just testing their market, and they don't know any better, I think. But yeah. Mr. Sadie, how are you? Yeah, so that's what I gotta go do. So everyone's got a challenge.
Yeah, me too. Now that you told me.
Yeah. Well, make that a challenge too. At least look at the Shop Goodwill and see what you can find in your area. Because a lot of times the shipping is crazy high. I mean, I know, Tanya, you've done it for a while.
Yes, check the shipping before you bid.
And every item, every item in my area has a $2 handling fee. That's for them, I guess, taking the photos and they do test their jewelry. They test metals and gemstones in my area anyway. Doesn't mean they're right, but they do test it. So just take that into account, because, I have to go $2 back of what I would pay for an item because of that handling fee that they charge.
Yeah.
Yeah. And I mean, I'm sure, you can go with this and go, well, then you got the gas to go get it, whatever. I like to drive around my town, so it's fine. As long as it's not during traffic. Yeah.
You should do it on a Friday, Tracy. That way you can hit if there's any garage sales or anything.
Yeah, exactly. Because I could do that, do the garage sales, pick that up, and go thrifting on the way home. That's what I'd like to do, is not just for my trip. Yeah.
That's how my brain thinks too. I like to get the most out of wherever I'm going. So
it's that frugal mind. Yeah. Yeah. Well, we thank everyone for hanging with us. And any last words, Lauren?
It was awesome to see everybody today.
Yeah.
Awesome to have time to hang out and talk to all my YouTube friends in the chat and over video. Those are my last words today.
Cool. What about you, Tanya?
Yeah, I agree with everything that Lauren just said. And also, I know that you guys are too, but I'm super excited about our new challenge, because I kind of needed a fire under my bum, because I'd really been a slacker when it comes to listing on Poshmark lately. So thank you guys so much for that. And I look forward to hearing everybody's results in 30 days, as well as our viewers too, what they're going to end up doing. So.
Yeah, and I will have the links to everybody that does this show in the description after it is processed, so that you can subscribe to everyone. We don't know where the next show is going to be, so if you're just subscribed to everybody, you can find us again. So anyway, thanks everyone for coming. Go make some money and go sell on your favorite platforms.
Bye.